we've just gotten started here and this team does have a lot of needs, but this guy is a legitimate star, and he'll make everyone around him better. I'm not sure that this selection is going to provide a huge punch, but he's at least a guy that does have some upside. Boy, you can't go wrong with anybody out of this group. So, with a handful of starters already nailed down, you have to ask yourself, do you dare go for depth? Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out at a playmaker type spot? Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute? Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into the starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade. I'll tell you right now, you won't go wrong adding any of these guys to your team. And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster. A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here? Options here on both sides of the football. It's pretty much of a coin flip if you ask me. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a... And now's where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late. Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap.
Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A first down throw for Mariota. Caught here left side by Brett. A good pickup there at 22.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Completes it right side to Brett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. He's got time. Now he's flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Now Mariota on fourth down. And he's got Moncrief. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
But it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on fourth.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there, making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protect?
Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Paul Warlow. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That could be a downside of putting together a team in draft champions week 1. It's early. You might have some of these mistakes.
You're exactly right, because it does take time to build chemistry, trust, right? Understanding where guys are going to be. And I think that's what led to the interception. They just don't know each other well enough yet. That should build up as the season goes on. The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
And he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. From his goal line here, Luck. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
They are going for it. It's Locke. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. 2nd and 5. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Throws right side, and that's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So Herman Moore, his first grab of the game, and back in his day, he shattered all the Lions' receiving records.
And he did it with a number of different quarterbacks. He was the target for defenses to adjust to. And I guess the best way to put it is, Herman Moore, that guy, could play in today's game and be just as successful.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
A dump off to Elliott. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Locke. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. And the wideout in motion. 3rd and long. It's Locke. Escaping the punt, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. 160 career sacks for Kevin Green, 3rd all-time, and he got in there again.
What I loved about him was his...
And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there. Here we go on 4th. Luck. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And the Ravens taking the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. After the interception, it's Locke. He's going to let it go again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now it's Locke. He's going to go up top again. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities.
So this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the third quarter. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Carl Klug there to make the stop. Throwing on third down. Luck. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They're going to go. It's Luck. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, here's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
So after that stop, you know that third down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again? Or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball and pick up the necessary yardage.
Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. And that brings up 4th down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On the read option, it's Mariota. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And now here come the Ravens. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Final minute now of the third quarter.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back.
This is caught inside the 15. They got 29 yards there, and that'll be good for Baltimore first. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And
they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. On 2nd and 10, Locke. Being chased out left. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And now San Diego getting set to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Mariota on 1st down. Flush to his right. Fighting through. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Caught here left side by Brett. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
They'll look to throw. Completes it to Moncrief left side. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Mariota on the delay to Henry. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He'll look to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Ravens have got the Raven offense now ready for another possession. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.